Hello, everyone. Schoolhouse Intuitive here with a money, career, abundance reading for the Libra Collective. Any placement of Libra, if you have it in your chart, any placements there, this may resonate for you as we pick up on some big Libra energy at this channel. So I'll use a variety of tarot and oracle cards to deliver messages for your greatest highest good. Hopefully messages of hope, inspiration, healing, soul growth, all that stuff. Only take what resonates and read the disclaimer, please. Let's see what we have. I also, I channel messages throughout if I didn't say that already. Wow. All right. So we have, this is too funny. Explosive situations. And what did the card do? Well, the card's kind of exploded in ultimate fulfillment. All right. It looks like a big Ace of Cups with the sun coming out of it, doesn't it? There's that moon, though, above here. So you have some sort of destruction will allow new growth to emerge and shape a new future. Oh my goodness, we've been getting the same kind of message, not this card, but same similar message of like destruction leading to growth and, a lot of Plutonian kind of energy with us. We have ultimate fulfillment here. You're entering a time of peace, happiness, and emotional fulfillment. So somehow that is connected to your abundance. Maybe you're making some sort of change that is more, in align with your soul's purpose or something, So let's see what else we have, okay? I'll pull messages for any sort of blocks you may have coming in, what we can expect. If there are blocks, some advice from spirit. We'll get animal cards, angel numbers, and Moonology manifestation cards, all kinds of cards, angel messages. Let's use here's the tarot deck I'm going to use. And all right, and that is by Heidi Page and Ashley Brock. There it is. Okay, let's get started. Thank you to those of you who reached out for personal readings. I am still open for personal readings, and I thank all of you. It's been wonderful to connect. Information is in the description box, but you can just go to www.schoolhouseintuitive.com for a reading. Let's see what we have for the Libra Collective, please. I'm hearing clairaudiently right now something about a charmer or the name Chalmer or Palmer or something there, but there's something, someone could be a real charmer or that, again, that name. Oh my goodness, you have the Wheel of Fortune here. There's some sort of catalyst for change coming in. It could change it could feel like a complete change of your path altogether. It really does connect with these, some sort of maybe destruction, growth, and then you entering into a period of ultimate fulfillment here with this Wheel of Fortune. So this is about your luck, your success. I mean, what an interesting card to start out for a money career reading, right? And you'll notice it says Bob's at the top, so maybe you resonate somehow with that name. I always like to point out the names that show up because it could be something that's randomly specific for you. Right before the reading, I heard Des Moines. I did hear Des Moines. Right now, I'm getting Greece. Maybe you have Greece roots, or you're eating Greek food. You're into Greek goddesses and gods. But what else do we have? 10 of Swords. Oh my goodness. Can you believe this? These cards are really, they're talking to each other because what do you have right out of the gate? You have 10-10. You have 10-10. And I know some of you resonate with that as your birthday. And this is about a new path unfolding because look, you have this new cycle, right? And then you have that, but there's like this ending behind it. It's as though if you want this change, if you want this new luck, this new abundance, this good fortune, there is some sort of ending. And the 10 of Swords can be connected to some sort of painful ending. Something that's pretty complete, though. It's like a total well, I mean, it can feel like it just sneaks up on you, kind of like what's happening in this picture. Something that you least expect, but it could free you. I feel this energy of like freedom. Let me actually get a card. They're wanting to go back to this deck for that. Okay, yeah, like I said, they really wanted that card. All right, so we have Fleeting Flare Path. So something in your life will be brief. not meant to stay in your life forever. My goodness, that's just so. And then I looked at the timer and it was 4, 5, 6. That is about you making progress and moving forward. You're going to have to take a leap of faith, though, for some of you. Now, with the numbers for 10, we have, the 10 goes down to a 1, right? In numerology, it reduces down to a 1 because 1 and 0 equals 1. So that is, it's all, well, 10 is a completion. It's always also a beginning of something else. So remembering that about our 10s. What else do we have? Tell us, what can Libra expect, please? What can the Libra community expect? What do we have here? Oh, wow, we have a lot of cards all at once. Okay, so Page of Swords, 5 of Cups, King of Wands, Knight of Wands. All right. Oh, this is definitely in line with the explosive situation of some kind. Some new information you have coming in that may feel like a loss. It could actually feel similar to something that happened before. But I want to remind you, you've made it this far. There's something about you've made it this far. But guess what? There's enlightenment here and having a steady plan, I feel like. Even though they're wands, I am getting this energy of steady plans. Maybe Cadillac is something you resonate with. I hear Molly too. I also hear Molly. There's this energy of power with these two cards. This is leadership, and it's starting out. Maybe it's like getting really excited. It's also this, like, there's this learning. And some of you may be disappointed that you have to start over with something, or that you might have to learn something, but just get started is what I'm hearing with this. Now, obviously, I'm not offering any sort of financial or legal advice, right? But this is, this is the energy coming off the cards. It's like, get started. You have it. You have, and this is, remember I was getting Charmer. You could have Knight of Wands energy or King of Wands energy kind of enter into your life, either into your own personal energy, or you meet someone else who has that sort of energy. Use your intuition when it comes to this person, though. Theirs is definitely a free-spirited kind of energy and taking action with this Knight of Wands. And the King of Wands, this is excellent for someone who's a self-starter, self-motivated. That's entrepreneur energy. And they are really guided to their intuition. And they're not afraid to look different, to stand out. They may make, I get this energy of like, beware sudden movements, So it does feel like for some of you, you might be needing to learn how to get in that energy where you just kind of go for it. You just sort of, this could be an energy where you're having to take charge of a situation that if you allow yourself, you could feel overwhelmed by it. But if you go slow and you realize, and you treat yourself with compassion, and you realize that, we all start somewhere, then it could definitely be successful. We're going to get more cards on that, but it is kind of, again, like maybe you learn something that's a little disappointing, and it kind of fires you up. I feel like that is part of the motivation to move forward. And there's a little bit, I will say, there's a little bit of energy of sort of pridefulness, okay? And there's nothing wrong with feeling pride, right? That's, but you could be dealing with somebody else who's kind of prideful and boastful. So someone could hurt your feelings with their words, or you could find something out in writing that's not exactly what you'd wanted, but it initiates some sort of change. Remember, oh my goodness, and bottom. But remember, I was getting catalyst for change. There's a big catalyst for change coming in. It's pushing you in a new direction. And again, it could feel kind of destructive or like just totally, like out of nowhere. But at bottom of the deck, you have this Ace of Cups. And I love that because I pointed that out. I said, you have an Ace of Cups with the Sun right on this card. And this is the one for ultimate fulfillment. And that's the column I'm moving into now. So I like seeing that after a 10 of Swords, you have an Ace of Cups. So the aces are ones. So here we are, more one energy. 111 now. So that's a number of manifestation, right? That's a big, powerful manifestation. And I feel like, yeah, I'm being on the right track with something. And I hear a name like Ewing. And I just saw 1010 on the timer. There's the 1010 again. We keep getting this number. Something is certainly bubbling to the surface. You can see it in this card. At least, I mean, I see it. And it's something that's going to have you kind of like, what is the word? I'm trying to listen for the word that I'm getting clairaudiently. Bouncing for joy. That's what you're bouncing for joy. Okay, so interesting. And that could be just because there's this breakthrough that comes after this. Again, I mean, I can't really sugarcoat it. Okay, there could be something that falls apart. It's destructive. There's an ending here. I'm just going to tell you like I see it. Okay. But it's something like it's brief. It's like it's quick or something. It's like just something, you know what it is? I feel like, and this makes sense for eclipse season. Something comes in, it might seem like a great idea, and then it goes out like as quickly as it came in. And I'm not trying to scare anybody or disappoint you in any way, but that's just the energy I'm feeling right now. But it could also be, it's just you like changing your mind or your direction suddenly too, where something maybe felt right, felt good earlier in the month, and then by October, it's like, oh, wait a minute. Nah, I'm going to take this hard left now, and you just decide you're going in a different direction entirely. So that could be it too. But remember, you are always in the driver's seat. I want to remind you, you have the 10 or the Wheel of Fortune, and that is a card about you being in charge of your destiny, right? Okay. And you have the Page of Pentacles. So there are a lot of people here, a lot of people involved. Please, if you are a people pleaser, I'm getting this message right now, stop that right now. I'm also getting the name Joe, any derivative or variation of Joe, or Joseph. So this is, again, it's like the Page of Pentacles. You can see here, they're not afraid to start small and look silly even, right? And I was feeling that energy earlier. Okay, on the other column there. So there could be a situation that you're feeling like you need to handle something with care. And if you need to get expert advice, get help with something if you need it. I'm picking up on someone kind of shredding documents or tearing something up. So again, it's as though there was maybe a contract, or maybe you didn't sign it. But there's something about like you're just kind of throwing that aside. It's not gonna do, because ultimately it's not fulfilling. It's not something that could sustain you over time. Okay, you feel that. Whoa, lots of cards coming out. Okay, I guess we're taking them. If that's what it is, that's what it is. I mean, hey, our first card out, explosive situations. Okay, so you have the Six of Cups, Temperance, Queen of Wands, Seven of Wands, King of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. All right. So, and I'm not exactly sure which order they came out in, so we're going to do this. Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords here. Look at this person. Just look at that. What do you get off your intuition with that? I mean, I feel like he's been sniffing his candles too long or something, because he just seems kind of out of it to me. Seems a little out of it. Yeah, I think he's been sniffing his own candles or something for too long. I don't know what they're made from, but they're strong. This is somehow, I'm getting connected. This is somehow connected to the catalyst for change. Maybe you're dealing with an energy that seems kind of tricky, or you're just dishonest. So anything dishonest will not fly. You're going to, not only will you detect it, but you're going to like immediately, I feel like, send it on its way, even if it's someone you've been close to for a while. Okay, I do feel that for you. I do feel as though any level of deception will not be tolerated, and it's really not recommended even either. Okay. And then maybe I can turn this a bit so you can see it. All right. And so you have a Four of Pentacles. Okay. Taking, so for some of you, you're taking back something that's rightfully yours. You're taking something back that was yours to begin with. Yeah, that's a take charge energy. Look at that. Yeah, you're having to defend it. It's almost like you're having to defend your position in some way. Look at that. That's, I mean, I feel that, wow, they're really talk. I mean, this is, I feel like they're really clear today. I love that when it happens. But there's, again, there's something about, um, uh, there's a big level of determination here. And something, I'm going to use this expression that I'm hearing clairaudiently, a three ring circus. It's like you could feel like there's some sort, like almost like you're having to juggle a lot, but there's this energy here with this King of Swords that I just want to tell you, and it's combined, remember, with a King of Wands, and you also have a Queen of Wands. So you have a lot of fire and a lot of air working together. Now fire and air, good allies, right? Fire or air adds to fire, keeps it going. So this could be a partnership of some kind, but it could also be just, again, like your own energies working together to really bring something in. The King of Swords, there could not be a more focused um, minor arcana. You know, as far as court cards, I feel like the King of Swords is one of the most focused. I really feel like the Queen of Cups, though, is also very, but anyway, and even the Queen of Pentacles. But anyway, okay, so there are a lot of them. But definitely the King of Swords. This is somebody, again, who's just disciplined. They're very strategic. This is a very authoritative energy. This is about someone taking control and taking charge, even if it's on shaky ground. Okay, you're not going to knock over a King of Swords or a Queen of Wands. Nothing stops a Queen of Wands, right? And she's gonna smile while she does it too, like, yeah, take that. No, sorry, like, yeah, okay. So I was dealt, lemons. I'm gonna make the best lemonade and sell it and become a millionaire. So there's that energy there. All right, and then we have Temperance. Little of this, little of that. You're gonna get it right. Okay, you are gonna get something right here. This is again, there's this element of no matter what's going on, having that self-control. And even if there, for some of you, I get that you may need to be backing out of a deal or backing out of something. There's a little bit of energy here of backtracking, or maybe someone else is doing that. But I am getting this energy, and I'm going to tell it like it is. I can't sugarcoat the messages, or they're not genuine. Okay, so it's like I get that someone had their turn, or maybe you feel like you've had your turn at something, and that was it. But I'm getting, make sure you look what you're doing, look what you're signing, look at what you're doing, focus on what it is you're doing. Something needs to be handled kind of delicately with regard to your finances, to whatever it is you're wanting to bring in. So you could really be getting down to the details of something. Okay, whatever you need, just stay balanced, stay calm. If you need to separate from others and have some alone time, that is also coming in. Okay, there's something here about just there's definitely a shake up, but it helps you then shake out whatever's needing to fall away. So there's a shake up, a shake out, and then you can be more sure as you go forward. So because again, there's that fleeting flare path. So something is meant to be brief anyway. It wasn't meant to stay. You yourself know what this is. Most of you are going to know what this is. This could just be confirmation. A lot of the readings are. It's just confirmation, for something that you've already felt or know, or that's why maybe you turned to tarot to begin with, possibly for that confirmation. What else do we have? You're going to be better equipped to deal with something here. Oh my goodness. And I say you're going to be better equipped. And what do you have? You have all you need. You've got the strength and you've got the intuition here. So there's the strength. You're like, it's like some of you are your own intuitives, right? We all are, really. But I feel like always listen to yourself first and foremost, as I say, every single reading, right? So, but also, again, remember, you've made it this far. Look how far you've come. Yeah, we can't always just rest on our laurels, so to speak. There's definitely work ahead of you, but I feel like your passion is your strength. And there's this real like this quiet inner strength. It doesn't have to be quiet, but it does feel like you don't have to be the loudest one in the group, right? You don't have to be. Remember with the High Priestess, generally she has the phases of the moon on her crown, and it's like knowing that there are a lot of mysteries in life. Yeah, there's a lot of secrets here, but the one thing is guaranteed in life, right? Change. Change is like one thing, basically nothing is for sure, nothing's necessarily permanent. I mean, some things are, but most things aren't. So you could be regaining control here over a situation. And it says Kit Kat Club on that card. So the name, Catherine, Kit, that could mean something. Kathy, any variation of Catherine. But it kind of, doesn't it feel sort of like a Wheel of Fortune in this too? I get to, for some of you, kind of accepting the fact that, yeah, you're drawn to something. You're meant to do this. We've been getting this message for weeks and months, even, that there's a reason you're drawn to this. There's a reason you're drawn to something. And some of you also, too, I'm getting right now that it's like you're cashing out or cashing it. Maybe you're deciding you're cashing out on something. Let's see what else we have. Almost like severance pay or something. I do feel that. Or I guess it could be retirement even, but the story doesn't stop there. That's just it. It doesn't just stop there. Yeah, we don't want to tell everybody all of our next moves either. Okay, that's been another message that's been coming in. And you have the Three of Pentacles here. Other people aren't going to necessarily understand our plans, and nor do they need to, right? It's your plan. So sometimes we sometimes in these collaborations things work out, and then look, sometimes it's like there are too many cooks in the kitchen, right? And so that's what you can see is going on in this card. So that could be an energy of maybe you don't want to get on the same page with somebody else because maybe the page they're on is like 5 chapters behind or something of where you are or where you want to go. And I don't mean that in an arrogant way. I just mean we're all at different stages, right? High Priestess, different stages, different phases. And speaking of phases, something is being phased out. Oh my goodness. But there is, because that's way too many. We're just not taking all of those cards. I'm just going to put them back and keep going. That was my fault. My hands are a little tired. I've been moving and painting and things like that for my business. So it's, my voice is a little tired too sounding. So those of you who know me, everything's fine. I know sometimes I'll get comments like, you seem kind of a little down today or something. I'm fine. I'm just, you can hear that I'm tired. I mean, I can't hide that, I have a lot going on, but let's see what we have. Doesn't affect the readings. It just, you can probably hear it. You can hear the change in me. That's one thing about me is like, I don't have a good poker face, and you can even hear it in my voice, how things are going. So I like it, I like being this transparent, but you have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands. I want to get a card with it. Let's shuffle it up. There's some of the cards they're supposed to come out with something else. That's just the energy. Okay, the Six of Pentacles. So let's see what we have. 26, 62, or 8 could mean something. They wanted me to point out the numbers for you. This is again needing to get on the same page here. This is about needing to have a plan. Both of these cards can have to do with balancing things out, planning something out, figuring out your next step, your next decision. It can sometimes be a card of challenge. Like this person, it's not necessarily easy. And either one of these, you can see the strain in their face, right? And I get having to face somebody is part of this. And it could be something that's it feels like a loss. It could be some sort of hardship. But let it pave the way for something better. they weren't part of this, wasn't part of your ultimate plan anyway. That's what I'm having to stress here. This wasn't, it wasn't the ultimate ooh thing anyway. You know, it wasn't like a dream come true anyway. So I'm not trying to invalidate if you're going through something and you're feeling sad or whatever. I'm not trying to, you know, yeah, I'm not trying to do that. But because you have a right to your feelings and things hurt. And sometimes, you know, that's just where we need to be. We need to push through, get through it and process. We need our time though, right? And the space to do that. So make sure you're getting your space too, to do that. But I feel like for some of you, it's like, it still hurts, even though even though you didn't necessarily think something would go somewhere. Now, this is only going to pertain to some of you, right? Anything I say is only going to pertain to some of you. But then there's the Two of Pentacles, and this person's taking next steps, even though there's strain. Even though, I mean, it's kind of, it's this. I remember in the beginning, I was getting something about like a 3-ring circus, you know. Even just a little support would go a long way, it seems. Or even if it's like one thing in a contract or something could be changed, it would make the deal a little sweeter. And if someone's not willing to do that, then I think you have your answer with regard to something. Yeah, something's not quite the way you want it. And it's kind of, and it definitely, I feel like it involves another person, another party. And I just heard a door close. It does feel like a door is closing. That's your choice though. Ultimately, it is your choice. There's something, a strategy certainly is needed with this. All right. And if you can buy, this is so randomly specific. Can you buy this in bulk? Is there something that you're getting? Is there a way you can buy it in bulk or something, or just get a better deal? I feel like there's a better deal there for you somewhere. Okay. That's, take it or leave it. But that's what it looks like in these cards. You have the Knight of Cups and the Hanged Man, and they're nope. Well, no, they're both in reverse. I think you have your clarity now. I think you have your clarity, and let's see. So for the Hanged Man in reverse, this is coming out of a period where, you know, you're getting that kind of clarity. But when I do see it in the reverse, I do feel there's some sort of resistance here, some sort of delay. Why? Because we have this Knight of Cups in reverse. There's a disappointment here. You could be dealing with someone who is very vain, frankly. That's the card. That's what I'm getting with these two. You know, the Knight of Cups is someone who doesn't necessarily wear their heart on their sleeve. They could be very much thinking about themselves. You could be dealing with someone who's in a fantasy world too. Their head's in the clouds too much. They're not bringing something down into reality. There's some sort of delay. They're constantly playing victim. They're stalling in some way. That's the energy in these cards in reverse like that. All right. So I'm actually hearing, do yourself some due diligence and do yourself a favor. And what? Find something more in alignment with the Lover's card. Okay. So Gemini energy. So something's just it's not aligning right now. There's a mismatch here. It could be a major miscommunication too. That again, something is just not, it's not what you agreed to, possibly. For others of you, moving on from that specific scenario, for others of you here, yeah, I mean, this again, it's like they're not on the same page. They're at odds, right? The 5 of Wands, that is conflict. So they're in it for there's something here where somebody's kind of in it for themselves, and you need to make sure that, you know, if you're going to sign up for something for the long haul, that you're comfortable. You need to be on the same page with this. If it's if you're getting a new job, or it's a business thing, or it's just needing to get on that same page. And you have the World here. So you have that Wheel of Fortune, and then you also have the World. Almost whenever we get the World, we get the Wheel of Fortune, vice versa. So with the World card, this is harmony, wholeness, accomplishment. It can be travel. Very interesting card here. Again, there's something here about this cycle wrapping up, or how something comes together that was not expected at all. It just is not what you necessarily had in mind. But let's get a card on that. But look, but they're celebrating still. The energy is still moving forward. So there's some sort of good news on the way as a result of your actions with dealing with whatever whatever you were at odds with. What do you do? 10 of Wands. Okay. It's like you're almost there. You're almost at that finish line here. This person looks exhausted. Some of you may be. Now that you have another 10. And then you have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so 7 of Pentacles, again, you're finding out something is just not worth it. There's a setback, there's some sort of waste or distractions. It does not seem like it's going to be a great fit, this one area. Now, I want to ask about what if you go in the other direction? Because some of you have a couple of directions. Let me see. What if you go in in a different direction than that other one there? What happens there? Or is there advice for that? Let me see. A lot of different messages in the reading, so oh my goodness. So if you go in a different direction, especially if you're thinking of going on your own, look what you have people lined up here. It's at the Rose Apothecary here, so the name Rose or something could mean something, but look at this. I mean, there's a grand opening here, and it's like, just because this other thing didn't pay off, or maybe you tried this in the past and it didn't work out, but it looks like it's going to now. This is you mastering your craft. This is also about you having high standards. And like I said, if you need to walk away from something to have your ultimate fulfillment and happiness, it looks like a lot of you are doing that, even if it means doing something totally new at a lower level, like entry level, right? There's something you can do that's one of a kind. You do it best. And here's the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords, they go for it. They just go for it. They're like, this guy is not even fully dressed, and he's already, well, I won't say what I was about to say. It's ready to go. And then you have the 6 of Swords. So you can see he's standing here, not even ready, and his sword's already out. So make what you will of that. But, I don't know how it's going to go for him when he starts running or he starts climbing or, everything's, that's probably not a great idea, right? We don't want to be running with swords. We don't run with scissors. We really shouldn't be running with swords. So anyway, this is about him defending his beliefs, though. But I wouldn't advise you to, this probably isn't the time to go do something really impulsive. It's one thing if there's a difference between impulsivity and like following a passion. The 6 of Swords, look at what's going on here. I mean, just like, what have you done to my hair? What? It just kind of seems like, there's some surprise here. It's kind of like not even being able to believe that this is where this next step led you. And I just dropped that card on the other side of the room. Let me go get that. So again, there's like a transition that could be leading you in a direction that was not expected. So you have a surprise coming in. You may need to move quickly on something with the 8 of Wands and then the 8 of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. It's like you might need to be moving forward on something because something else didn't pay off because you had the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Let's find out what kind of surprise is this? What part of the surprise are we focusing on? Oh, okay, Queen of Cups. Look at this. Ooh. Yeah, it's a little bit of a told you so energy, just a little. But if you're really dedicating yourself to something and your heart's really in it, it's as though, you can't help but succeed. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting off of this. And there's this quality you have, like people like you. Maybe you just, you're good with just words even, you're because you speak from the heart. So there's something about speaking from the heart and getting the support you need as you make a transition, because 6 of Swords generally is a card of support. And you have the Hierophant. I get an energy of you being the leader, you being the place or the person that people go to even for spiritual advice. Because when we have that with a Queen of Cups, it's like you are that person. You are the Hierophant. That's what it feels like for sure with this. People are going to kind of want what you have. You have some gifts to share. Like I said, there's something that's one of a kind. Only you do it this way. Like you're known for this. You will be if it's what you want. I'm getting a Dolly Parton song right now. 9 to 5. 9 of Cups. That's so funny. 9 to 5. And what do we have? We went 5 to 9. So make what you will of that, okay? With your own intuition. But the 9 of Cups, now that's fulfillment. And that's what you have as your final card under ultimate fulfillment. So you're now entering that time of peace, of happiness, of fulfillment on a variety of levels. And it's because, well, for some, it's because you waited something out. And again, even if it didn't seem like the smartest idea to other people, I see it as successful here. And the Page of Wands. Some of you are creators, musicians. But there's a message of, it's like time to get excited. Okay, this is, again, remember I said it was feeling freedom? That's a card of freedom. Something is freeing you up. There's an explosive situation maybe that closes out something that wasn't meant to be anyway, and it leads to ultimate fulfillment. Again, that explosive situation, that can also be you decide, that's it, I'm done with something. Okay, it's not like I'm not sensing, it has to be Tower or anything. I'm sensing a new beginning, but it doesn't necessarily come out of like the wreckage of a tower. Let me get some. I want to see if Entrepreneur, let's get some. These are the success cards. You can find them. I found them on Etsy, but you could get them at www.success.cards. www. I just heard clairaudiently, I'm done playing Follow the Leader. So maybe you're a leader, right? You're the leader. A lot of cards here. I can't even shuffle them. Too many. Okay, you have 2. You have hiring and co-founders. So card 61. So when employees really care about the purpose of your mission, they just naturally care more about everything, about the details. That's by Jason Citron of Discord. So each new head drastically increases communication and management overhead. So hire slowly and carefully. Yeah, you have this energy of like slow steps, right? So people in most positions care more about values, significant growth, lifestyle than salary. So conscientiously sell those benefits too. That's a good strategy. And that goes in line with that Queen of Cups, Hierophant energy. So who do you most need right now? What's the personality psychology of the person who will best fit this role? Do you need help with something? Or are you hoping to, someone help you develop your business? So how would that person respond? How would your ideal partner, because you also have it paired with co-founders. I mean, there's an energy here of like, you might want to consider who you're partnering with. There's a big energy of partnerships. So do you know, when you're hiring to the logistics or legal stuff, what you can and can't ask, for example. Do you have a certain idea of how this person would communicate with you overall? This won't pertain to all of you. It's only entrepreneurs who are hoping to maybe get a partnership or make some changes just on their own. So how can you show you care about the well-being of others who might work for you or with you? And you have card 16, co-founders. So if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. That's an African proverb. So once you have other energies involved, it can slow the process down, but you might be, so it says being a solo founder works for simple ventures, but complicated or innovative ones benefit from motivation, labor, and diverse skill sets brought by co-founders. Caution, decide like you would a marriage. Be very careful of who you choose to let in on your plans or to partner with in general. And I will say, love and money can certainly be impacting each other. Which areas of your business are most important? Who do you trust with the needed skills and network? And who would you be better? would they be better as an advisor, employee, or contractor? Bringing your skills together, and just look at this. You have 16 and 61. Now, isn't that interesting? Numerically. That's 77 too. Maybe you resonate with 77. Very, very interesting. Those cards really seem to connect to one another, don't they? All right, let's use the Easy Oracle. The decks I use are listed below. Oh, wow. Oh, I said, well, whoa, whoa. Okay, you have body and you have hope. So this is about nourishing connection, self-awareness. So be aware of what your body needs right now: self-care, healing, movement, love, boundaries, and energy protection. So this is about, we're not just thinking about money here, right? We're thinking about other resources in general. Your body is, it's like your number one asset, right? I mean, you kind of need it. I don't know if it's your number one asset, but you definitely need a body. Okay. We have hope. Manifest desires miracles. So what do you truly desire? You have the power to make your intentions turn into magic miracles. You have the power to do this. You have the power here. You're being reminded of it. This is the Denise Lynn Soul Coaching Oracle card deck. Soul Coaching Oracle cards by Denise Lynn. Light, card 32. You have the power and there you do have the energy to change something and to bring more happiness and freedom into your life. Yeah, that is coming in. You have love too, card 33. So maybe light and love are something you want to add more of to your life. And adventure, card 4. Go on some adventures as far as work too. Or somehow it connects to assets in some way. So I'm curious about the adventure card. So I'm going to just look at the book for a quick second and skim maybe. So this is about wonderful new experiences filling your life. Okay. So this is about, yes, adventure, entails risks, but without them, existence can become stagnant and lackluster. So if life seems uninspired, be willing to take the chances and try something new. So don't wait until an amazing opportunity presents itself. Start with small adventures, right? That's coming in throughout this reading. And that can create the momentum for bigger and bolder ones. As I said, I say this all the time in this channel. That small step you take can absolutely build the momentum. That it gets the energy. It tells the universe clearly what it is you're working towards, right? More than just thinking it, or even just more than saying it. You're actually taking action. You're putting your body into something. You're putting your something onto paper. It's taking an actual action step, right? So this is good. This is about entering new frontiers and a big period of expansion and growth. So it makes me think of like 3 of Wands, All right, let's get some other cards, please. Let's get some Moonology manifestation advice, please. If you enjoyed this reading, please do like the video, subscribe, become a member, leave a nice comment. I appreciate all of it. And do check me out, schoolhouseintuitive.com, for a personal reading. I do all different types of readings. Think it through, new moon in Gemini. Now I want you to pause the video if you need to, but ask a question, connect with the cards intuitively yourself, okay? Ask a question, and because, energy, it doesn't matter, space, time, whenever you're watching this, doesn't matter. But what would you like to ask? And then I'll pull a card for you. So question 1. Attune to the divine, new moon in Pisces. And we'll do 3. Second question. Your answer is take a breather, last quarter moon in Cancer. Ask and you will receive, right? Ask and you shall receive. So if you want support, you've got to ask your guides for it. If you want support in real life, you might need to actually ask people for it. I am getting that right now. Next. Last question. Trust the universe. First quarter moon in Aquarius. Now let's get some divine direction cards. Divine direction. And that one. You have the star and you have build anew. So you have shoot for the stars. Don't you dare settle for fine. Set your sights higher. You deserve better. That's just it. That's this whole reading. Setting your sights higher, setting yourself free from anything that's just not good enough. It's not good enough. It just simply won't do. Actually, I've done multiple readings, I think, over the years with that same thing. Good enough isn't good. Like it just isn't enough. Or simply, or just okay won't do, that sort of thing. So it's got to be great, right? We want great. Build anew. Don't hurt yourself trying to fix what's beyond repair. It's a time to change and build something different. Hello. That's exactly right. Anything else? Top of the deck. Divine timing. So have patience. Nothing can occur until the conditions are completely ready. Trust in divine timing. You're getting a lot of things here about trusting in the universe. One more. Chakras. So your chakras could be out of balance. Align your internal energies to help release physical and emotional blockages. Angel numbers. This one. 2222. You have a sign of balance and harmony, so maintain your balance with positivity. And we've been getting that chakras alignment card too for a while. Angel messages. These are the galactic angel messages. Galactic angel messages. What do you have? Whoa. You're approaching a fork in the road. This keeps coming out. That is so funny. You're approaching a fork in the road. Listen to your heart. It will lead you to where you're meant to be. Some of you, you ask, you receive, and then you ignore it and you ask again. I'm sorry to call you out, but that could absolutely be happening. So where are you going to feel best? Like, why are you not going into that? Why aren't you following it? And okay, so you have like two ships in the night. A chance encounter will occur with the one you love. Ooh, could be something you love too, right? And this too shall pass. There's an unexpected surprise coming. Yeah, you definitely have an unexpected surprise coming. It will leave you changed for the better. That's like the whole reading summarized right there with you remember how we started with those three? Yeah. So that's it. That's this will pass. There's definitely a big change coming, or a catalyst for a big change that then you decide you're making, right? I just heard randomly too, you're going to hear news of someone else starting a new big project, or actually that they're expecting a baby too. So what do we have? Oh, money blocks. I want to know about that too. Maybe you do too. Let's get some cards. Money blocks. Whoa, so many. Let's keep going. Money blocks. What do we need to release? With advice, please. Help us release. What could be in the way? This one. Love life is coming in again. Really? All right. So your love life is somehow causing you to get sidetracked and off balance. So this is about you knowing you can have it all. So seek a better balance between your work and love life. Take time to make yourself a priority and realize you don't have to sacrifice one area for the other, okay? Maybe you can have it all. And then also something else, again, like I said, making sure you're paying attention, and if something doesn't quite seem right, or you could be finding or seeing something in writing even, like I said, or getting a message of some kind that just, it's not exactly what it was supposed to be or what you thought, or it's just really, again, somebody's not willing to budge maybe on something. And yeah, so it says, ignoring small details. So ignoring little details can make a major difference. So appreciate the details. Use the small stuff to your advantage while everyone else ignores it. Because the small stuff, the hidden, the extra step, is what's going to separate you from the rest and get you ahead in the future. So their message is a little different than what I received intuitively, but maybe, some of you will resonate with either or both. What else? I want to get another one of these, actually. And two more. So you have scarcity mindset and limiting beliefs. Wow, those are really connected to each other. So this is about focusing. You need to focus on abundance, okay? A scarcity mindset makes it difficult to move forward and achieve the goals. So practice feeling grateful. That's going to put you in a more positive state of mind, and it's going to allow you to then attract more positive things. We attract what we give out, right? So limiting beliefs, the I can't. So that's preventing possibly for you from manifesting a dream. So adopt a new belief. Choose something new to believe in that will help improve your life. Start implementing things that support your new belief. You don't have anything to lose by, changing your mindset. I feel you have things to gain, but I don't feel it goes the other way. I don't feel, feeling positive and, coming up with new beliefs and things as far as abundance and feeling as though things are in fact possible. I don't know how that would hurt to have less limiting beliefs. Wouldn't that make more things possible? That's how I feel energy works, but it's been my experience, and I know many others. Oh wow, all right, cool. Love it, love it, love it. Bald eagle. Observer, card 9. So this is about seeing your situation from a higher point of view, and letting spirit guide your next steps, and trusting the wisdom of your higher self. Soaring above any sort of drama too, anything you've outgrown too. I get exiting. Oh, one more guardian. Okay, so it says you can always ask your guides for help. Like I said, ask your guides, ask for the messages. So I can't always intervene without your permission. I said that earlier in the reading. Okay, about needing to ask for help, ask for support from your guides. Be sure, really talk to them. They have a 24/7 hotline. I've called it many times. Okay. All right. Otter, limitless. Really, this is great. So heart chakra, card 30, dream bigger. Again, so much more is possible than you're allowing yourself to see. So let yourself have what you truly desire. One more. Jellyfish, self-reliance, card 5, earth star chakra. So this is about letting go of resistance, flowing forward in the direction that's calling you. It's so unreal. That's what I've been saying. Okay, so trust you have everything you need to succeed on the journey. It's funny, like I said, you keep getting this message over and over about trusting, but going in the direction of where your heart is calling you. You keep getting the Queen of Cups too, and I feel like there's just so much heart-based intuitive energy too. And maybe some of you are doing a lot of healing, or you're helping others heal, but just keep going. Go toward what you're drawn towards, in your heart and in your soul and in your intuition. That's what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. Wishing you good fortune.